Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB. Today in the arena, deep in the heart of LQ, we found a sword, a strange lady in a pond distributing swords as a system of government. Emry, Lurker in the Lock is what we are playing in Historic Brawl today. I often tell people that if they really like control decks and sort of getting to feel smart and clever playing Magic, and they want to get into Historic Brawl, that Emry, Lurker in the Lock is a really good way to go. Not only do you get a lot of uncommons and kind of even some commons in the artifact pile that is an Emry pile, but you also get to stay in one color, which saves you wild cards on the lands. Emry will force you to compete in Hell Queue. It's a very difficult deck to play, in a very difficult position to play it. However, the rewards are definitely there, as it is a blue deck that often gets under and outvalues other blue decks. So if you like being the smartest, the wisest, the brainiest blue deck on the block, this is the way to do it. It's also the most basic, straightforward Paradox Engine deck, because Emry, the commander itself, is a Paradox Engine combo. You see, Emry every single turn can target a card in the graveyard. Taps to target a card in the graveyard, and casting that card can untap Emry to target a card in the graveyard again. This means that you don't need much. One mana rock is enough with Emry to usually go off, and what you keep doing is getting back cards like Chromatic Sphere that draw a card every single time that you sacrifice them. Also, you can just make infinite mana with one mana rock and a 0 in the graveyard, aka an X spell, and we've got a couple of those. Hangerback Walker, Stonecoil Serpent, they come onto the battlefield as 0, they untap all your stuff with Engine, they go back to the graveyard, you target it with Emry, which you just untapped, continue, and tap your one mana rock to make as much mana as you could possibly need. So Emry is automatically an amazing Paradox commander, so that alone is good enough for me to say, let's try this out. Paradox is a key part of the format. It's a good way to find out what that archetype is all about and how it works. On top of that, one of the problems with playing Brawl in a commander-based format is, especially in 1v1 versions of commander-based formats, when they kill your commander, your deck doesn't do anything and you have a bad time. But Emry is resilient. Emry's cost continues to go down as long as you keep putting artifacts on the battlefield with her. So you don't get commander taxed out of the game very quickly. All those tell me that Emry is a must-play commander, and it does have updates since the last time we played Emry. The Brothers War artifact collection that came with it is actually amazing in Emry. Mishra's Bauble. It's a really good card for Emry. So yeah, this is the Emry deck. We're going to play it. We're going to show off some of the new technology, and I'm going to give you all the tips I've got on how to master this Lurker in the Lock. Let's dive in. Let the Emry nonsense begin. We are on the play against another artifact blue commander, Galazeth Prismari. I have fond memories of Galazeth. It was the first time I felt like I really broke Historic Brawl was playing. Well, it wasn't Historic, it was Standard Brawl playing Galazeth. Had an absurd win rate. Card's definitely fallen out of favor, though. It's become kind of one of these. It's definitely no Rusko, let's put it that way. It's kind of a slower, clunkier version of what Rusko is. So we could run out Emry into the 1 blue mana, but I think we try to develop our mana here. Emry will be cheaper later and protected. So their plan is to get out Galazeth and then protect it with counter magic. That's not dissimilar to what we do. Let's get Emry countered. That's fine. I plan to use the Spell Pierce for something else later. See, here's the thing about Emry. Just let it get countered. Like, we can do this all day long. Nice wash away. I mean, a lot of times they don't have a choice. Their deck does what their deck does, and they interact with commanders the way that it's built into their deck. But my God, is Emry... Emry does not care. 0 Fs are given. There's a Bank Buster for the opponent. So what we want to do is set up Invoke the Winds and Spell Pierce. If we can do that, we're doing it. Let's go ahead and reconfigure. We need a lot of mana to make that happen. You know they don't want to interact with Ornithopter that much. All right. So next turn they probably play Galazeth and they have a counter to protect it, but we'll have enough mana to cast Invoke plus Spell Pierce, and hopefully that's good enough. What we have here is a choice between the Swiftfoot Boots, trying to get that on the battlefield, or casting this egg off the top for value. And it's just value everywhere you look. I think we go with the boots. Because if we get the boots on the Galazeth, and they can't have it back. Oh. Yep. Oh, and I get treasures? Must be my birthday. Yeah, they're getting they're getting taken in this one. Yep, there's your commander. 3 open mana. They could have double counterspell for the invoke, and then we've got a game for sure. River's Rebuke on top. Interesting. Yoink. Yoinkers? We have yoinkers! I can still rebuke them. I can still do it. Oh my god. Why the heck not? It's messed up. I don't think I can cast anything here. Just gonna poke him. Care to try again? Whelming Wave. Okay. They get their commander back. Maybe we held up Spell Pierce there and we could have caught that, but I'm okay with this. Chip stays on the field because it was reconfigured at the time. Island on top. We do need that island. Silver Bolt doesn't do a lot in this matchup. We'll mill that away with Emry. There's the Paradox Engine. We can play the drum for more mana. Play the egg for more cards. Psymaster Thopterist on top, which we can cast by sacking the treasures and using the drum. Yeah, I don't think they'll give me something to Spell Pierce. Let's just do it. All right. Opponent has to deal with that board now. They have Whelming Waved. They have countered multiple things. They have had their commander stolen. And now next turn they get to think about Paradox Engine coming back and possibly just ending the game on the spot. Because we have the mana rocks. We have the dirtily objects. We can draw our whole deck if we get a Paradox Engine into play. Banky B. Draw. Here's our land. Here's the engine. Let's cast it. Also potential infinite Thopter power. Scoop him up. Poor Galazeth. There's just... Galazeth is completely overmatched in that one. And this is what Emry does best. It's a deck that gets... It's a blue deck that gets under other blue decks. They just can't keep up with all the value. Azusa versus Emry. Dangerous matchup. We've got the very fun Aether Spellbomb, the far too slow for this matchup Silverbolt. It's all about how big they can go and how fast they can do it. We don't have any counters. If we find some, that would be really nice. I could have a turn... No, I can't have a turn 1 Emry here. Need another 0 for that. And besides... Cornucopia is a pretty good mana rock to play as a mana rock. Just sometimes it does enable turn 1 Emry. Just go ahead and develop mana. Emry doesn't always have to come out super early. Ramp is still good. But we found a Rebuke, so we might be able to counter the Azusa to at least slow the opponent down a little. If I play the Cornucopia and play Emry, that's pretty good. Nope, we don't have enough for the Rebuke. So I guess we're letting them ramp to the moon. But that's the way it goes with Azusa. You can't usually stop it. I don't even know that I should counter the Azusa there. Just counter the 7 or 8 drop. Hopefully it's something that can be countered. Oh, they play Bank Buster. They like a little gas. All right, no artifacts in the graveyard, but bolt. We could bolt the Azusa if we want to and get it back. This is very effective against Kinnan, far less effective against Azusa Lost But Seeking, because the damage is certainly already done, but value is value. You can draw every turn with the Spell Bomb, which we might, we might slide into that life next turn. But just in case the opponent can get up to 10 mana and cast Ulamog that quick, we might as well stop them. Search your library for 4 land cards. Nah. Mox Amber off the top. All right, sack to draw. Hit our land drop. Get back Spellbomb. Rinse and repeat. Shadow Spear on Emry doesn't do too much, since we're going to be using it to get cards from the graveyard every turn. But hey, you do what you can. Hour of Promise. Let's see if we can draw a counter spell, although I don't know. They can get any 2 lands with Hour of Promise, which is terrifying. So the big problem there is that they'll get lands that can hurt me. They don't have the deserts for the zombies, at least. Blast Zone and Nykthos. There's no green for the Nykthos, so optimistic. Ratchet Bomb has got it going on. All right. That can be interesting. Doing it for 2 right now blows up our own Cold Steel Heart, but we can get it back. I also have a Nykthos. Dirtle, dirtle, dirtle. Dirtle, dirtle, dirtle. All right. Well, we know the Azusa deck has giant monsters in there. It's just a matter of which one they draw and what they do with it. Oh, they do have some deserts. They must have just drawn that, though. Ah! Kozilek. They're going to draw up to 7. This is fine. Everything's fine. Don't panic. Don't panic. Bounce. Make them do it again, I guess? Better than getting countered. And they have to discard to hand size. They might get so annoyed by that they concede. I've seen it happen. That's another freaking land. Hasn't been our day, that's for sure. All right, let's see what we can draw. We want to resolve things before the Kozilek comes down again. Okay, deck. Now I'm just getting trolled. We run like 33 lands in this deck, and we're keeping up just fine with the deck that probably runs 50. Okay, going for the land, I see. All right, we just gotta draw the Yoinker. If we steal the Ulamog, I think we'll be fine. Okay. I feel it. It's coming. Invoke the winds. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, this game is a scam. What a scam. Opponent goes first on a Sika. We don't have any counter spells. Let's mulligan for some counter spells or ramp. There's a counter spell for a bridge and a ramp piece. Much better. And a sacrificial artifact or two. Gonna hide the bauble since I want it out there to reduce the cost of Emry. Another counter spell. That's where they've been all this time. Beautiful. All right, drawing a land. We get an inscribed tablet. But Mishra's Bauble's a fun way to keep the card advantage going without having to put mana into it. Now let's see if they can do something about Emry or if they want to. Cultivate. Yeah, this can counter the bridge because it targets an enchantment. This can counter all kinds of other things and it ramps them anyway. So we're happy to just activate the parcel here. Get the bauble. Free cards are fun. Midnight clock ticking is fun, as Rusko fans know. I'm just going to wait and see if they kill Emry. If they kill Emry, we're going to want the artifact on the field to recast her. Golos. That's not what I expected. All right. That could be a pain. Yeah, I was prepared for a bridge, not a Golos. All right, well. Getting some cards, that's nice. Spell bomb. Bounce Golos, no wheels. Get back what? Spell bomb? Sure. So we're set up for the next Golos if that's what they want to go for, but we're secretly conniving here on playing this disruption protocol if they snap out Golos again. They strangle Emry. That is fine. We will recast Emry. Strangle, an interesting cheap piece of removal. Almost a lightning bolt. Now get Golos out of here. At least it doesn't come back. All right, play the tablet. Play the boots. Play Emry for one. Put on the boots. Get back the bauble. Ta-da! We are back, baby! You just can't keep Emry off the battlefield. If the opponent has counter protection to help out this prismatic bridge, they're going to be doing okay. But they don't. Just hit him with the swan song. Cannon. It's an interesting card. They don't have any ways to use the mana, but they can spin the wheel. Seize the Spoils is on top. There's a drum, another island. I guess this can kill the Kinnan. It's expensive. What is that? 6 total mana? I kind of have it. but I think if Kinnan wants to spin, I think we let Kinnan spin. It's not a great wheel. It's top 5 and it's only one non-human creature and we can bounce it. So I'm not that afraid. So what do we get? I think we just want to keep drawing cards. If we want to draw cards, the cheap way is the bauble. Play out the drum. As well look at my top of my library here. Really looking for a counter spell. Would make me feel warm and fuzzy. And not an offer you can't refuse, but an actual counter spell. It's interesting in an Asika bridge deck to have Kinnan. Here they come. We go to 21. Key to the archive. Okay. Seems fun. And they have mana of any color ready to go. So it's a pretty good card for them. And a mana rock. We should probably just be in Locate Paradox Engine territory. Jodah! We're crying out loud. There's Tome. Clear the top of the brainstorm. Oh my god, look at all the land. Well, now that's all on the bottom. We can tick the clock. We can activate the spell bomb. I think we just do this. Make them play that card again. The last card in their hand is the card that they fetched with Key. And if they're willing to tap out and go Jodah, it sure feels like a time warp, doesn't it? It sure does. Up to 8 on the clock. Hangerback Walker. Here's a Tome. Let's see what we get with it. Lightning freaking Bolt. That's pretty good. Take out the Kinnan now. Still got a Jodah to think about. But as long as we can counter, as long as we can bounce the Jodah, we'll be okay, I think. See the top of their deck. All this known information is addicting. Okay, they're just drawing a land. They're just drawing a land. Could play the Hangerback Walker, then Drum can use it for mana. Or we can play Foundry. Yeah, better to play the Walker, I think. Or no, let's just play the Foundry. Because then we have Offer or Spellbomb that we can do. Alright. Nothing to use with the Drum, though. So it's Offer or Spellbomb, not both. Demonic Tutor is the card. So what are they doing with the rest of their mana? They could play the Bridge. Yeah, they could play the Bridge. Can they play the Bridge and the Jodah? They can. Ooh, no. So if I let them get a card, though, they probably have some way to really mess with me. But I want them to invest their mana into that card so they don't triple spell me. So I guess we let it happen. If they get Ulamog, it feels bad. But their turn is so explosive. Bird is attacking. What's the card you got? What does it do? I want it to be like River's Rebuke or Farewell. There you go. All right. So counter that. And now they have to play... Now they can play the Bridge. No, they can't play the Bridge. They play the Jodah. Okay. We can bounce the Jodah. Okay, this is fine. 10 on the clock. Let's see what we get. Might be swords. Giant freaking growth. All right. Bounce the Jodah. I'm going to miss the bauble, but I think I need to have the spell bomb in circulation to keep Jodah from beating me. Get that farewell out of the library. If they reshuffle, I don't want it anywhere near me. Get out the hangerback walker. We're just trying to get all our stuff on the field before clock goes off. And I have some fresh counter spells. This is their window, though. The opponent can get the bridge down. They play the Jodah. Do they have enough to also play the bridge and get the cascade? I think they do. Oh, Jin gets axes. I guess that's what I have to bounce. Off the top is Niv Mizzet. Oh my god. Not like this. Not like this. No, I have to wait, right? I have to wait until after this goes off. Okay. Okay, my turn. Tap for blue. Now, if I get this countered... No, wait, it triggers Niv Mizzet. We don't want to trigger Niv Mizzet. I don't know how we're going to get out of this, guys, but... I think it starts here. Can't have this thing taxing all my spells. The giant growth, go away. Oh my god. What do we get? Swords. I found a good use for this giant growth. What gets swords? I think it's got to be the Jodah. It's creating these cascades. Jin gets bounced. It's on its own. It's not doing too much to hurt me. Can't counter Niv Mizzet, so we're going to have to keep the spell bomb coming back. We need 3 mana for the wash away. We have 4. Anything I have to exile here? I don't think so. Just get this on the field. Oh my god. What is this game? Yeah, we can't stop that. And now they go for bridge. So I guess we give them a card. But at least we get the 1 mana wash away here. If they target the walker, we can activate it. But then we don't have any mana for the rest of the turn. Worth it. They've only got 1, so I think we're safe. Nope, we're not safe. Balls. What a lucky gamer. I wonder how many 1 mana cards they have in their deck, like 5. But now we can kill that frickin' bird. They hit Kenrith. Oh god, this game is insane. They just went completely over the top of our deck. I mean, we're good at getting under the blue decks. We're not good at getting over the ramp decks. Like, we just can't really do that. All right, what do we hit? We need a lot more swords than that. Assault strobe. Garbage. All right, get me the spell bomb. Bounce that thing. At least it's a 6 mana tax every turn while we try to find the cards that deal with it. Let's play some spare supplies and draw into this deck. Paradox Engine could just end the game. That would be nice. Just gonna sack this now. Claws doesn't do it. Plant. Okay, that can deal 4 damage to target creature. That's not enough. I guess I have to be ready to make a 1/1. I don't know. Like, I could try getting all these pieces out there to keep drawing, but doesn't really help me. And holding up mana, maybe they play around it somewhat. Just slamming Niv instead of slamming Kenrith. Hopefully they try to reanimate something here. Beautiful. I think they forgot about this card. And they were just 1 mana short of doing it again. Ratchet Bomb too slow. Come on, Paradox Engine, come on. 1 time. Actually, wouldn't even do it, would it? You have to get another creature on the field. Oh wait, we have... Yeah, we have the hanger back. Alright. Here we go again. Another turn of dirtling and trying to find solutions to problems that are too big for us. Ponder. None of that. Oh good, land. Sometimes the dirtle doesn't get you there, guys. That is one of the problems. Guess we have to get the spell bomb. It's the only real thing we have that keeps taxing their mana, but their mana keeps getting further away from what we can manage. And we keep sacrificing land, like using our mana to dig. It's not good. Because we're not finding the answers. Rebuke. Is that gonna matter? Or I'm just gonna die here, I think. I guess I have Spell Bomb. It's hard for them to just kill me. And we can make 1 blocker, but everything would have trample, so that doesn't really achieve much. So we need mana up for Spell Bomb. So I guess I'll also play some more Graveyard Interaction. Yeah, there's a counter. Discard Assault Strobe. 32 life tells me I won't need that. Maybe I did for Jin Gitaxis. Okay, they go for Jin. Sure. They go for Niv. Now, if we bounce this and they give haste to Jin, then they don't have Kenrith, so... Alright, Kenrith in hand. Staying alive, staying alive. We're staying alive. Draw a card. Invoke. Okay, don't forget about the Jin. Don't forget about the Jin. Don't forget about the Jin. Get that. This gets countered. This goes to hand. This is mine. Wow. Copy. I think I just want this life. We are still here. We are still playing this game. Countered. You love to see it. I guess that's why they played it for 1, though. Day of Judgment. Day of Judgment, huh? Curses. Should have floated mana. My bad. They got the bridge down, but I've got the rebuke, so at least that has to wait a little longer. But let's see, maybe we get Light of Hope here. Giant growth. No Paradox Engine yet. Definitely don't want Kenrith to get back Jhin. But would we rather have a Spell Bomb? If they play Kenny, get Jinny, we respond by Swords and Kenny. Then Jinny's on the field, and then we have to solve that again. Doable, though. Come on, deck. Okay, that's pretty good. Opponent is sleeping. Come on, this game is exciting. I'm sure they're yelling, why won't you just die? But, I mean, come on. This game is content. Let's see how they decide to attack me this time. The bridge. Tails End. Go back where you came from. Okay. That's a lot of mana. You can hate on me all you want. You can hate on my strategy, my controlness. You can't say we're not playing our ass off. Oh my god, they scoop. You can't say it would have been really easy to lose that game. Jhin Taxis, Niv Mizzet, Prismatic Bridge, Jodah. Not today. The Prismatic Bridge wants revenge. We have 2 of our tutors here to get our Paradox combo. On the draw, we have Disruption Protocol on turn 2 as well. I'll keep it. I'm nervous though. No ramp is not a great place to be. But this is more of a proactive go for the combo hand. And there is a ramp piece. The Grove? Okay, no targeting your enchantments. That's an interesting tech piece in the bridge deck. I think this works. Look at us go. I'm a machine. We got Patchy down here. Might keep the opponent off balance. Whoa, they cast a Seeka on the front side. I guess they don't expect to resolve the card otherwise. Right now, I have Whir for 3, which can get Tome, but I don't need Tome in this deck that much. Let's just keep setting up for Engine. But Patchy can keep you busy. This holds up Disruption Protocol. Or we could go for Egg. If we have Egg, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, we've got 5 next turn anyway. We don't need the Egg. All right. Counter this turn. We're next turn. Game. This is the Turbo Paradox draw. Yeah, it's blue, 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 and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Opponent has 5 mana, including a Sika. Let's see what they do with it. Golos. Might as well counter it. And boom! What is that, turn 4? On the draw? Yeah. And it works because we have the hanger back. The hanger back comes out and untaps everything. From here, we play the golden egg. Draw with the golden egg. Now we draw our deck. Get a few more rocks on the battlefield and eventually just win however. We go against the Dragon God. This hand is sick. We will definitely play it. Unfortunately, this enters tapped. Honestly, Sanctuary might just... Maybe it just shouldn't be in the deck. So, opponent sees that the Emry is coming next turn. Let's see if they have an answer for it. Tap land? Probably not. We could protect Emry with an offer you can't refuse, but that's not actually very important to me, since if Emry dies, you just play Emry again. But I will keep the bauble at least long enough to see if they kill Emry here. Yep. All right, land off the top. Don't get there. Oh wait, we have a pretty cool trick here. We just replay Emry. And then use Emry with the Springleaf Drum to get the land. Now I might defend Emry, although giving them access to Bolas next turn is scary. Especially if they can protect it. Grim Tutor. Yeah, let them do it. Don't want to hook him up with an offer just yet. Alright, we want to make sure that we hit land. Gonna give up the bauble here. We have a swamp on top. Draw. Draw 2 lands. We're good for a while. Do we ramp here or keep drawing? Mana is good, especially with a whir. Mana rocks are good too. Could get a ratchet bomb ticking to fight a Bolas. I don't think that's very necessary. Yeah, let's keep ramping. Okay, so they fetch Pact of Negation. Exciting. We'll have to be ready for all that next turn. Black Market. Can I take a Black Market connection? Might be able to. No easy solutions here. That is giving them a lot of value, though. I guess we have to fight it. This makes Bolas way more likely to resolve, which is very scary. If I could have copied it, that might have been the line, but I can't. Ooh, blow up the treasures. That's a good play. Got him. You thought I was giving away treasure. All right, and automated artificer. Tap for a colorless. Only out for artifacts, though. Is it Bolas time? Do you have Pact of Negation to support it? We're getting really close to Whir. Yeah, they fetched Pact. That's the line. Okay. Okay. Well, if they minus the Bolas, we don't really care. If they plus the Bolas, what do we get rid of? The Metamorph's not doing much, is it? Do I have a 0 in the graveyard? I do. Easy. Nice Pact of Negation, buddy. Do they want to watch me do it? I don't get to draw these till the next turn's upkeep, so it's not necessarily over. But we definitely get a new hand. We get Ratchet Bomb on Bolas, but that would also blow up... That would also blow up the engine, but then we might be able to stack things in a way to get it back. If we make enough mana. And we do have endless mana. Might as well get the lands out of my deck. We're gonna have time. Might as well target myself now. Oh, right there is the win if we could just draw it. It looks like we have to work for a lot harder though. But we can set ourselves up to draw basically a fresh hand. All right, so we want to be able to have enough mana to get Paradox back after I blow the bomb. And then once I get it back, I need to also be able to cast something else. Is that doable? Like this? So I have to have Emry untapped. And then I have this in the exile zone. So I sack this. I blow... Okay, right now I do it. I sack the bomb. I blow up the engine and the Bolas. I recast the engine. Then I play the bauble. I untap and I continue. And I keep doing it. I activate bauble so many times that on their next upkeep, I draw like, 40 cards. We probably win. Bolas wants revenge. We're on the play, and we've got a ramp piece kinda with Springleaf Drum, although it doesn't work great with Emry. You usually need another creature. But it's pretty good on turn 2. Let's go, buddy. Stained Glass this time. We'll see if it serves you. Oh, serve me. What are you talking about? So we can scry with the well, because we really do want to hit... We want to hit artifacts. Oh, that's a good artifact. Things are already getting dangerous. All right. They have to start killing Emry, but as, you know, we've learned, we don't really mind. Fresh set. Could equip this, but let's hold up the spell bomb to just bounce Emry if they try to kill Emry again. Here's a signet. Here's a tome. You know it. I think we just keep this on the field. Yay, life. Hit our land drop. What do we got down here? Cornucopia is kind of our free 0 mana rock, but we could use it to ramp here. It's pretty good. So the mana rock's online. The Emry's online. The opponent's going for the Dark Ritual. Is that a Bolas? They need red. They got it. They got the signet. Now what? You gonna kill my Emry?
Bolas will be your end.
Nope. You can have this Shadow Spear. Don't really need it.
Witness a mote of my power.
All right, so they've got 2 up. I've got a Renegade map in the graveyard. I need a 1 mana card I can cast to start the chain. I'm trying to decide if I should try to draw into it with the spell bomb, but then if they kill Emry, we have a harder time recasting. But we have Tome. We don't even need Emry. Let's see. Okay, the parcel. That'll do. Let's see if they have a counter spell here for the engine. Resolves. Trigger. Okay. What do we got down there? Map, spell bomb, vault. We don't have another rock. Maybe we can't quite go all the way yet here. We can get a lot of value. Can float an extra like this, right? So there's 2. This gets us to Tome, I think. So now we don't need the 2 rocks, right? We just have the Tome. That is the one thing, though, that we can't afford to hit. Okay. Well, that sucks. We don't have 0 in the graveyard that we can get back, right? Because we have to make mana with the drum. Yep. That's too bad. That is the one hit we could not afford. So opponent gets another turn. Let's see if they can make the most of it. I just needed like 1 or 2 turns without Force Spike. You can have the well.
Let your weak minds crumble.
Ritual of Soot, they have a mana open. All right. Emry comes to hand. Can they get rid of the engine? They need to get rid of the engine. We got 2 mana. They pass. Okay. Tome. Fog. Would have been nice. All right, Emry needs to resolve, but we have a Force Spike, so it should be doable. We've got the tome over by the undo button again. There's a lightning bolt. Why did it use 2 mana for that? Oh, it didn't tap this. Okay. Yeah, we're doing good. Loop is going as you'd hope. We also have Witch's Oven Emry, which can do a lot as far as making mana and then recasting Emry if we ever run out of spells. All right, looking for another mana rock to make this a little easier, but the opponent says that's it. All right, Bolas, I got you again. You should just admit defeat. Phyrexia's power continues to grow as it prepares to take over the multiverse and make everything one. All pre-orders for Phyrexia All Will Be One products will sweeten the deal with an all-new exclusive CGB Dragon token. Every single sealed product, commander deck, bundle, everything that's coming with the new set gets upgraded with a CGB token for free. Get your pre-orders in and become complete with Phyrexia All Will Be One. CoolStuffInc.com, cool stuff in stock.